Hey everyone, it's Sky, and I'm doing my 1 month post-op duodenal switch surgery video. It's been I think it's been 3 weeks since my last video, which was my week 1, and then I just kind of never came back for the other ones. I've been meaning to, but I started a new job, as I stated in my week 1 video. That next Monday I was getting ready to start my new travel assignment. I'm a travel nurse, and so I had to move to the city where I am currently at, and just like get accustomed to this. So this is why it's taking me so long to get this video up. So I'll do a brief recap, and also all my stats are down below. So week 2, I wrote it down, I was 212, which was a loss of 5.6 pounds. And then week 3, it slowed down, and I was 210.4, which was 1.6 down. And then last Thursday, which was week 4, I was 208.6, which was down 1.8. So the numbers have definitely slowed down, but they're still going down, so I have no complaints. I started my full liquid diet on, it was supposed to be 10 days, but it was about 8 days. I started a little bit early on my full liquids, and then for my soft foods, I started like a day early for that. So definitely took it slow. Some things that I was eating during the soft food phase was like the tuna creations. That was a lifesaver because it's packed with protein and very little carbs, but it still has a lot of flavor. That, and I did the refried beans with like some cheese, and then I did the mozzarella bake. Ricotta cheese bake with mozzarella cheese and Parmesan and eggs and all that other stuff. So it's just like a big bowl of protein and dairy. So if you're like lactose intolerant, then you obviously wouldn't try that dish. But once I got to soft foods, I was much happier. But my numbers definitely slowed down. Once I got to soft foods, I was around week 3. And so, like I said, my numbers dropped down a little bit, which was to be expected. If you're not just drinking clears and jellos and broths and stuff like that, of course, your numbers are going to slow. So today is July 14th. My surgery was on June 14th. So I'm a little over 4 weeks, but I'm exactly 1 month. And things are going really well. My incisions are pretty much all healed up. There's no scabs, like nothing. They look great. I end up having to take off the tape that they put on. They do like a suture, a dissolvable suture, and then they put tape over it. And they said that 10 days post-op, the tape was supposed to come off, but mine never did. And so I think it was around 2 weeks, or a little over 2 weeks, and I just peeled the tape off. And then around my incisions there was a lot of like adhesive, so it looked like it was almost dirty. It was like just like sticky stuff. And so I took an alcohol swab, and that just got it right away. I was like just washing it with my washcloth initially when I first took off the tape for like a day or 2, and it would not come off. And like I said, so then I'd use the alcohol, and it came right off. But I had to be careful not to get it like in my incisions so it wouldn't burn. But they were basically closed when I took the tape off anyway, so it wouldn't burn too bad. But I was just really careful with the alcohol around those wounds. And like I said, right now they're completely closed. No issues there, no signs of infection, thank God. So things have been going really well. My pain has not been an issue. Post-op pain was not an issue for me. I was moving around a little slower than with my initial surgery, but all in all, my recovery was great. this brings me to yesterday. I don't know what happened, but I had, which was my fault. It was a day early because I was 30 days yesterday, or I don't know, just shy of a month yesterday. And so I can have solid foods after a month. And so yesterday I had pepperoni slices and some cheese, like cubed cheese. Thought I had a good, protein packed lunch. Well, this was around 5 o'clock or so. Yesterday was crazy at work, so I wasn't able to eat until 5:30. I had, what did I have? Oh, I had coffee in the morning. I started drinking coffee around 2.5 weeks post-op. And I had no side effects. I had like a really small amount initially to see how my body would react, and it didn't react to it, thank God, because I love coffee and it killed me not to have it on my pre-op diet and right after. But around, like I said, 2.5 weeks I did start it, and I was fine with it, so I've been having it since 2 weeks. So yesterday morning, it was around 4:30, because I had to drive from out of town to where I'm at now. I had coffee, and then I went all day without eating. Like I said, work was crazy. I was drinking water. I stayed hydrated, but I didn't eat anything until about 5 p.m. And that's when I had the pepperoni and cheese. Went down fine, and I had a soup. I had a soup as well. And so the soup was basically just liquid. And then I had, like I said, a few of the pepperoni slices and the cube cheese. I got off work at 7:30, and when I was driving home, it just hit me all of a sudden, and my stomach was really angry with me. It was a pain that I had not felt before, and it was just stuck right in the very middle of my belly, and it just wouldn't move. Like I couldn't sit down like properly in my driver's seat. Like I had to kind of like lean up and back, and like just my position was really weird. I felt like I was almost like going to burst, if that makes any sense. And so the first thing that came to my head was, of course, I have a bowel obstruction. I was gonna go make a stop after work last night. I couldn't even do that. I had to come straight home, and I tried to lay down, didn't work. Tried sitting up, didn't work. I was walking around, I was in pain, but that kind of helped me out a little bit. I couldn't use the bathroom, like nothing was working, and this was from I got home at like 7:35, 7:40. I live right near my hospital, but from that time till about midnight, I was in so much pain. I was gonna take a Gas-X, like chew a Gas-X pill, but I couldn't even do that. Like I didn't want anything going in my mouth. It was horrible. But I was on my way back to the emergency department, but I just kind of held out a little bit. I drank like some sips of water just to kind of see if that would go down, if it would come back up. If I started to throw up, then I definitely would have gone to the hospital. But the sips of water I drank, it stayed down. It did make my stomach feel a little funny, but it didn't cause me any increased pain. And like I said, nothing came back up. So sips of water was all I had between 7:30 and like midnight. Finally around midnight, excuse the TMI, around midnight I finally passed gas. And once I did that, I felt so much better. So I'm guessing it was just gas, but I think it was trapped in there somewhere. So I'm really scared to eat anything solid. I end up actually using the bathroom at some point overnight, so things are moving just fine. So today I only had basically liquids. I basically had just liquids. So for breakfast I had my protein shake, my Premier protein shake. Those have been a lifesaver. Those are 30 grams and like I think 4 carbs or something like that, very low. I had that for breakfast, and then I had my coffee a couple of hours later. Then I had some egg salad, and I mixed that with, not mixed it, but I had some the tuna creations. Well, it was a salmon creation. I had that on the side, which was full of protein, and that's like the most solid thing I've had, which was still soft foods. I had that, and then I had a Dannon smoothie, which was more protein. What did I have after that? Oh, I had some peanuts. I had some cashews, a handful of cashews. And then now for dinner, I'm having a smoothie bowl. I'm not going to eat all of this. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a smoothie bowl, and it has some granola on it. And it is berries with bananas and strawberries all mixed up with a plain Greek yogurt and a protein powder scoop. So I just mixed it in my blender, poured it in here, and did 1/4 of a cup of granola. And it's the protein granola, so it has some added protein there. And that's all I'm gonna have today. Tomorrow I'll probably do something similar, just to kind of make sure everything is recovered and healed before I try to progress to some other foods. If anybody has experienced that type of pain that I'm talking about, please let me know that I'm not the only one out there that thought they were gonna die. If that happens again, like I said, with the nausea or anything like that, I would definitely go to the hospital and get some imaging done. I do have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday with my primary physician, just to follow up. Not getting any lab work done. Nope, I lied. I did get lab work done. I got lab work done last week. So I'll find out those results on Tuesday. I didn't get like my ADEK or any levels like that done, but just checking my iron, checking my blood count, because I'm already anemic, and so I just want to see where I'm at post-surgery. And I think I got my B12 checked. So yeah, that's what's going on with me these past couple of weeks. I started taking my vitamins at 3 weeks post-op. I'm doing the Celebrate, ADEC, and an iron and a calcium. So that's what I'm doing right now. So in 2 months, I check my levels, see where I'm at, and see if I need to supplement anything else. I might need to do like a separate A or a separate E, or like whatever I'm deficient in. I might have to go up on that specific vitamin, but for right now, I'm just doing the general ADEK. That it has the recommended values for the DS patient, which is much higher than the standard recommended doses because of the malabsorption, obviously. And so the directions from Celebrate said to take it 3 times a day, but when I spoke to my nutritionist, he actually told me to take 6 pills twice a day. So I know I'm not following him exactly. I am going to do it 4 times a day. And then if I see that I'm deficient, like I said, I might have to increase it. So we'll see. But I haven't had any fatigue or tiredness. Have I been talking for 15 minutes? Oh, gosh. Haven't had any fatigue or any other like major issues. That's really it. Life's great. I'm down a total. Oh, I didn't get my grand total for my 1 month post-op. So in 1 month, I've lost 15.4 pounds. So that's great. I want to look back on my VSG and see how much I lost that 1 month out from VSG. But I am absolutely fine with losing slowly. I actually prefer it that way rather than dropping big numbers every week. I do think I'm going to have a big number for this next coming week. Something just tells me I am. So my next weigh-in is going to be this coming Thursday. I will get a video out for my week 5. And I will see you then. I think that's all I have to say. So I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you so much for watching. I've had a bunch of new subscribers. So hello, welcome to my channel. If you have any questions, leave them below. Shoot me a message. If you have any recommendations, any comments, just whatever, leave them below. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.